What's good, fam? It's Mr. Kelly with Good to the Hood, talking about anything and everything that impacts the culture. And today, I want to talk about something that I heard about today, or yesterday, and that's Mike Tyson is coming back to fight. Mike Tyson, the iconic Iron Mike Tyson, wants to come back and get into the boxing world. That's crazy. I heard something about Holyfield at one point in time. I never know follow-up, but there's actually footage of Mike hitting the bags and sparring a little bit on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you right now, Mike Tyson is 53, and he is hitting that bag like crazy. He is a savage. Iron Mike might be back. Holyfield is 57. That's even that's really like unbelievable to think that he's going to come back. But Mike Tyson, we always knew, was kind of a beast. But even then, 53 coming back in the game, that's crazy. You got to see this video. If I find some still shots or some stuff, I'll put it up. I mean, he's savage. Mike has still got it. What's crazy is, so Mike, he said he didn't want to come back because of the training and all of that goes into it. And he said something to the effect of, it would awaken his ego. It would awaken his ego. And he said something to the effect in a publication or during an interview. He says that now his ego has been reignited and the gods of war want him to come back to boxing. So Mike is still Mike. Mike is still cuckoo. Right? The gods of war want him to come back. That's crazy. For some of those of you that are familiar with Mike Tyson, this is the same guy that I was talking about when he was talking about another boxer. I don't remember the boxer, but basically he wanted to eat his children. He wanted to rip his heart out. Mike is also known for literally biting the ear off of Holyfield during a boxing match, like biting the top piece off. Like it's Mike is savage. So apparently the gods of war want him back in the ring. So my whole deal is, who he gonna fight? Who is gonna fight Mike Tyson in this modern day of boxing? I don't really know too many heavyweights. Obviously there was Mike, Holyfield. Further back there's Ali, Frazier, Buster Douglas, Lennox Lewis. Those are some of the names that come to mind for heavyweights. But in this current boxing era, what real heavyweights have been around for at least the past 10 years? It was the whole popularity of boxing has been taken to lighter weight classes. Because we know Cotto, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Rios, Vargas, some of these guys, right? All lighter divisions. But on that, if you've seen interviews with Mike, recently, quasi-recently, he's a nice guy now. He's gone through some things. He lost a child. I think he lost maybe another family member, but he's definitely gone through some things. And he's soft-spoken. He ventured out into other things. Of course, he was in The Hangover. He's been on Broadway. I think he has a TED Talks out there. He has a book out. So Mike has kind of matured, right? And he slowed down, as would happen with any of us when we hit our 50s. But with all that being said, he's not going to be like Manny Pacquiao in the sense of this slowing down and this calmer, nicer Mike. I don't think that's going to affect his fight. Like those of you that know Manny Pacquiao, and I am a Pacquiao fan, those of you that know Manny Pacquiao know that once he really got involved in his faith and became a congressman in the Philippines and really sort of championed the people in civil issues and things that impacted those in the Philippines, his heart really got softer, and that really impacted the aggressiveness of his fight. And he just started kind of go a little bit downhill there. That's not going to be the problem for Mike. Like Mike, the gods of war, right, are calling him back. Mike is still going to be a savage. So I would definitely pay to see this fight. What's interesting is I wonder why Mike is getting back in the game, right? Does he need the money? Is he bored? It's just interesting. I haven't read anything. I'm curious to know why Iron Mike is getting back in the ring. He made good money in boxing, but of course, as we know, Don King exploited and robbed a man. There's no other way of saying it. Don King is the epitome, as he would say, he's the epitome of the American dream, and unfortunately, He exploited somebody and got paid off of it. But even then, like, I think Mike still has pretty decent money from those other ventures, I would think. So I don't know that Mike is in it for the money. He's never come across as being that kind of guy. He's not a rapper, you know what I'm saying? But I think Mike will do well. I wonder if, boxing has changed, and so I wonder how Mike is going to test when they start testing for performance-enhancing drugs, right? PEDs. And not that Mike needs steroids or even really had an issue with that, but I wonder as an older guy if he's having any type of testosterone boost or blood boosting, because that makes a big difference. And I don't know if Mike's impacted by that or not. Maybe not. Like I said, I don't know that Mike necessarily has to. Mike's a natural athlete. I mean, the brother's been boxing since he was 16. And I'm sure he still works out. I mean, working out and training is two different things. So he said before he didn't want to really get into the training to get back into the game. But I'm sure he's still working out. I'm sure he's still in good shape. I'm sure he's still jumping rope, probably jogging, maybe, hitting heavy bag every once in a while. Because that's what he knows. I mean, he was in boxing since he was a teenager. So some people are just natural athletes. So his comeback may not be, he may not need anything, really a whole lot. A few guys are like that. Let me see. Herschel Walker. You guys know I'm a Cowboys fan, so Herschel Walker, if you remember, great athlete, great player. When he was done with football, he got with Strike Force, I think it was, and was doing some fighting. And brother was bad. I mean, Herschel Walker was good, dude. And I think it's just because Herschel Walker's just a natural athlete. He was one of those guys, when he was in his football career, he was doing like 2,000 push-ups a day. You know what I mean? He was just like on all natural, like just believed in a whole different way of working out and staying strong and keeping his core fit. So when he got into fighting after the fact, he was a beast, man. So he was just a natural athlete. And I think Mike is a natural athlete. So I think he's going to do well. I wonder what the purse is going to be. Like, is Mike in a position where he can still command 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million a fight? I mean, I think maybe. I don't know, maybe not that high, but I think he can probably command some money. Again, I don't know who he's going to fight. I don't know who he's going to fight, but I'm interested to see. And so I'm going to look up and see if I put up some footage, because, man, I'm telling you, when he's hitting the bag, I mean, the sound of hitting that bag and his speed and his aggression is just intense. So anyway, I just had to bring that up. Mike Tyson getting back in the game. Let's see how that's going to work out. It'd be interesting to see how this works with coronavirus, because they're not going to be able to sell out the MGM, right, like they have in the past. Is it going to be like WWE, or is it going to be Mike, a ref, and some other dude in the ring? And this is going to be pay-per-viewed everywhere with no audience. I mean, that's going to kind of take away from the energy. But we'll see how that is. But the bigger thing is Mike's getting back into fighting, and we're going to see how that works out. But if you do me a favor real quick, hit the subscribe button, hit a like, put something in the comments. But for now, this is Mr. Kelly with Good to the Hood. Peace.